Let me ask you that. How old are you, Jerry, if you don't mind me asking? Are you in your 40s yet?
42.
Okay, so we're all three of us are basically in the same generation, right? So I actually, Andy, heard this in my keynote where, turnover rate, when I came out of college as a Gen Xer and you went into manufacturing, okay, the turnover rate for our generation at 1 year was 11%. Okay, so that is 89% kept the job for 1 year. Okay, today with Gen Zs and millennials, it is 49% at 6 months, not at 1 year. It is a 51% turnover rate in manufacturing at the 6 month mark, except when you look at Tesla, Volkswagen North America, Amazon, the most advanced. If you look at the top 10 digitally mature companies in the world, the top 10, we have a data set of 1,386, I think now. The top 10, their turnover rate is what we saw as Gen Xers. And the question is why? Are they just better at recruiting? Are they better at retention? I would argue they're not any better at recruiting at all. Okay, they're not any better at recruiting. They're interviewing the same number of Gen Zs and millennials. They're interviewing the same quality of Gen Zs and millennials. The difference is the retention. And the question is why? And the answer is enablement. You call them, I remember what you called the digital, whatever term you use for, what is it?
Digital natives.
Digital natives. What I refer to them as is the employee of the future, the people who were born solving their own problems. And I use this example also in my keynote address. When I was 21 years old, I would call my father 4 times a week to have him help me solve some problem. Dad, how do I fix the faucet? Dad, how do I fix the dryer? Whatever it is. Which wad do I use to reload the shell? I have 3 sons, 24, 19, and 15. The 15-year-old turns 16 next month. Do you know how often my kids ask me for help to solve a problem? Never. I mean, and when I say never, that's not hyperbole. It is they never ask me. So if you think about it, I talk to my dad 4 times a week. They never ask their father to solve a problem. And we work together. We live together. We are together all the time, all day long. It's not like we're on opposite ends of the country. And the answer is, if you're not, and the correlation here is, employment hasn't changed, though. Like manufacturing, if you look at a manufacturing facility today, 90% of manufacturers look exactly the same way they did 30 years ago. Most kids, with young people, they walk into a facility, they feel like they went 50 years into the past. And the question we always ask is, organizations, what tools are you providing this next generation of worker to solve their own problems? That has to be the question you ask. And it's amazing to me how many executives don't have an answer for that. We call it the recruitment and retention of the employee of the future.